Walker, I barely even know her.
What's up? Welcome to another day of Back of the Card. Let's get to know today's player, which is up here. Greg Walker, Chicago White Sox.
Walker, I barely even know her. This is an 89 Topps. Let's get to know this card a little bit. You can see up here, that's not a trick of the camera. Looks like maybe the ink and the printing press got off a little bit on this card. You can see on his name, it's a little off kilter, but a really underrated hat in the Chicago White Sox history. And on the back of the card here, he's already got several years of experience with the White Sox. And again, these game-winning RBI for career. 48 game-winning RBIs, that's crazy to me. I feel like I'm wrong on that. Maybe somebody can explain to me in the comments. But let's get to know Greg Walker a little bit better. I am just loving this series because of guys like Greg Walker, somebody that I had never heard of. And also, look at the script font on his jersey. I just feel like that looks really clean and cool. Like late 80s White Sox showing up. Anyway, Greg Walker, first baseman for the White Sox for 8.5 of his 9 MLB seasons. He was traded to the Orioles in the 1990 season. Kind of a goofy stat about Greg Walker was that he led the league in games played in 1985 with 163. So I don't know if the White Sox had like a rainout that they made up and then he appeared in both the original date and the makeup game, but it still counted as 162 in the standings for the White Sox that year. But yeah, kind of a weird little statistical oddity. Like I said, Walker was a pretty good hitter. He was a first baseman for the White Sox. This was the era that first baseman, their job was to hit. He finished his career with over 3,100 plate appearances, a 260 batting average, and a 449 career slugging percentage, so pretty good. And last little bit for Greg Walker here, he won the 2005 World Series championship as a hitting coach, obviously known as the World Series that the Pope attended. So for Mr. 163 in 1985, there's the back of the card for Greg Walker. There's a front one more time. That's all we've got for today. Join me tomorrow for another day of Back of the Card.